He stood in front of soldiers, wearing a dress, trembling but proud. His father slapped him in front of everyone. But that didn't stop him. It was the annual family day at the Fort Brighton military base. Soldiers polished their boots, flags waved, and families started arriving. In the middle of the courtyard stood Leo Carter, a young man in his early 20s. His skin was glowing under the soft morning sun. His hair was styled with care, and he wore a simple, elegant white dress, not to make a statement but to be himself. He held a small clutch bag and walked slowly toward the gathering area. I followed him, some curious, some judgmental, some quietly smiling. He had been preparing for this day for months. A group of soldiers stood in formation. Among them was Colonel Jack Carter, a tall, broad-shouldered man with medals across his chest. Proud leader, a respected officer, and Leo's father. When he saw his son, walking in a dress, his face changed, from neutral to confusion to burning rage. He marched forward with heavy boots. People moved aside. Leo's smile faded just a little, but he stood tall. Jack stood just inches from his son. His voice was sharp, almost shaking. "What the hell do you think you're wearing?" Leo softly replied, "It's who I am, Dad." Jack's fist clenched. "This is a military base, not some circus." "You're embarrassing me," Leo whispered. "I'm not trying to embarrass you. I'm trying to finally breathe." And in that moment, slap, the sound echoed across the courtyard. Sharp, loud, brutal. Gasps filled the air. A soldier dropped his cup. A mother pulled her child closer. Leo's cheek turned red. His eyes filled with tears, but he didn't move. He didn't break. Jack shouted, "Go home. Change. Don't ever come back like this." Leo looked at him, voice trembling but steady. "You taught me to stand for what's right. For the flag. For justice. What about standing for your own son?" Jack's lips tightened. "This isn't right. This is weakness. Men don't wear dresses." Leo took a breath. "Men cry. Men love. Men wear what lets them feel whole. That's not weakness. That's strength." Soldiers stood in silence. Some looked away, but others looked inspired. One soldier whispered, "Took more courage to show up like that than anything I've ever done." A female officer said, "His father's the one who looks small now." But Jack didn't hear. His pride was louder than the whispers. Leo stood his ground. His legs shook slightly, but he stayed. "Ever since I was 10, I knew I was different. I liked colors, music, soft things, and my dad always said, 'Toughen up. You'll be a soldier like me.' I never wanted to be a soldier. I just wanted to be seen." A little girl walked up to Leo, his younger cousin. She touched his dress and said, "You look like a beautiful angel." Leo bent down and hugged her tightly. At that moment, something in the crowd shifted. A female soldier walked forward. "Sir," she said to Colonel Jack, "with all due respect, your son has more bravery than many of us in uniform." Jack didn't respond. Then, one by one, soldiers clapped. Quietly at first, then louder. A gesture not of mockery, but of honor. Jack looked at his son again. But this time, he didn't see weakness. He saw courage. He saw a young man who had been hiding for too long. He saw himself maybe trapped in expectations. Tears welled up in his eyes. But he turned away, ashamed. Leo called after him, "Dad, even if you never accept me, I still love you. And I'm not hiding anymore." Family Day. Same base. This time, Leo walked in wearing a royal blue suit with a silver sash. Next to him walked his father in full uniform. And this time, Jack held his son's hand in the air. He spoke into the mic. "Last year, I was wrong. I thought strength was about silence, about toughness. But my son showed me, real strength is showing up exactly as you are, even when the world tells you not to." Tears flowed freely that day, because this time the salute was not just for service. It was for truth. Never be ashamed of who you are. The world may slap you, shout at you, try to silence you. But your truth is your power. Wear it, live it, own it.